Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Vedic astrology coach Rajat Kapoor, and welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. Greetings from Greece, the very beautiful Greece, where I am right now making a video. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone because Mars is very soon entering its debilitation sign of Cancer on 20th of October. This is going to be a very long transit because Mars will go retrograde, move back to Gemini, then again back to Cancer sometime next year. So these energies are going to be quite prominent till June 2025. So I'm not sitting in my room making this video. I decided to step out of the comfort zone because this is the key message when Mars goes debilitated. Moreover, it is also going to go retrograde. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips based on your ascendant sign or the moon sign. But the first few minutes, I'm going to talk about from a karmic standpoint, what does this transit indicate? So I decided to take a phase-by-phase approach. The first video today is about the first phase of Mars's transit in the sign of Cancer, which is between 20th of October till 7th of December, when Mars is making a direct transit in the sign of Cancer. On 7th of December, it will start its retrograde motion. It will join the season of retrograde along with the planet Jupiter. And it is going to be retrograde for about 80 days. On 21st of January 2025, it will move back to the sign of Gemini. And on 24th of February 2025, it will start its direct motion again. And finally, on 2nd of April, it will re-enter the sign of Cancer, and it will stay in the sign of Cancer till 6th of June. So from October through June, if you have prominent planets in the sign of Cancer, in the sign of Gemini, you are likely to be impacted by this transit. Mars, by its aspect, will be aspecting the sign of Libra, which is its fourth special aspect. Fourth aspect of Mars denotes protection. So this is the house that needs to be protected during this time. There is a lot of protection or raksha in this house. So wherever the sign of Libra falls in your chart, that is likely being protected by the fourth aspect of Mars. Mars will also be aspecting the sign of Capricorn by its seventh natural aspect, which is the aspect of desire, but that is merely a 50% aspect of Mars. Mars's other special aspect is the eighth aspect, which is on the sign of Aquarius, and this is where the protection is coming from, and also how long you're going to be protected is determined by the sign of Aquarius wherever it falls in your chart. At a natural level, we could say that balance, a sense of balance is being protected. Your relationship, harmony, marriage, spouse, law and order, that is being protected. Marketplace is being protected. On an economical standpoint, we're going to see a lot of ups and downs, turbulent times, but the marketplace is being protected all this while. And this protection is coming from the natural sign of Aquarius, which means your wider social network, your friends, technological advancement, your gains. This is where the protection is coming from at a natural level, and I'm going to explain by each ascendant as well. This is the natural first and the eighth lord making a debilitated transit in the natural fourth house of the zodiac belt, which means there is fallen energy. You will have to spend considerable amount of time to invoke energy in yourself at your home, within your comfort space, within the household, and where you feel most comfortable. At a karmic standpoint, any real estate decisions, relationship with your mother, people from your homeland could be of a concern during this time for some people, depending on your ongoing dasha antardasha. So all in all, this transit is a wake-up call. It is time to step out of your comfort zone. Whichever house Mars is making a transit, the message for you is to step out of the comfort zone in the matters related to that house and take charge, take action in your own hands, because Mars is the natural ruler of the first house. It is the significator of the third house of valor, courage, your energy, younger siblings or co-borns. So you could have relationship karmas as far as siblings are concerned during this time. Your energy, courage and your valor is going to be put at test. Take things in your own hands, exercise, work out each and every day, have plenty of energy, because Mars is the warrior. I'm making this video from Greece, and Greek culture is known for its warriors. Men in Greek, from a historical standpoint, used to be considered as walls. This is the nice history about the Greek warriors. And Mars, from a regional standpoint, is a coincidence because it represents this region as well. Now let's talk about how Mars's transit in the sign of Cancer is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs or the moon signs. I expect that if you have moon in the sign of Aries, Cancer, Libra or Capricorn, these moon signs will generally have a good transit of the debilitated Mars, because at a natural sense it is getting Nicha Bhanga. The other ascendants or your rising sign who could expect some positive results are Taurus ascendants, Libra ascendants, Leo ascendants, Sagittarius ascendants and Aquarius ascendants. These people could expect positive results as far as this transit is concerned. For all the other ascendants, it will depend on your Dasha Antardasha, primarily how it is playing a role. If you have prominent planets in the sign of Cancer, in the sign of Capricorn, Libra or Aquarius, you're likely to be impacted by this transit. If you're running through Dasha Antardasha of Mars, Mangal, Venus, Saturn, Moon, you're likely to be impacted by this transit. Let's start with Aries ascendants. For Aries ascendants, Mars is your first and the 8th lord, making a debilitated transit in your 4th house. And it is aspecting your 7th house and the 11th house by its 4th and the 8th special aspect. So firstly, it is protecting the significations of the 7th house. It is protecting your spouse, your marriage, your relationship, your partner. And this protection is coming from your gains, coming from your wider social network. Your friends are going to play a very important role in protecting your relationship. What you do as far as your purpose is concerned, because we see a sense of fulfillment from the 11th house, will play a very important role as far as protection is concerned. This Mars is giving you a very clear message. So firstly, it's a good transit for you, but the message for you is you need to step out of your comfort zone. Mars is making a debilitated transit in your 4th house, which will force you to step out of your comfort zone and do something new, do something which you're not comfortable with. And this is a prolonged transit, so expect the next few months to bring some sort of turbulence as far as your comfort space is concerned. Overall, Mars is forming a yoga during this transit, but its significations are going weak, so you will have to spend some considerable amount of time. Your mother's health could be of a concern. Relationship with people from your homeland could be of a concern for those people who are likely to move outside of the home country, travel or settle abroad or apply for a permanent residency. This could be a potentially favorable time because Mars is also your 8th lord of places across the seas. So transformation is led by Mars. Your 1st house, which is your vitality, your immunity, who you are, that is ruled by Mars, and it is sitting in your comfort space. So embrace this change. Stepping out of the comfort zone should become eventually a comfortable situation for you. This is the key message. It is time to step out, stay on your toes, exercise, eat right. This could be a perfect time to declutter, give away all those things that you don't need, help those who need them, donate to hospitals or patients or to poor people. During this time, this could be quite beneficial for you, and particularly if you donate your old clothes or old items that you do not need, you could have some beneficial results as far as this transit is concerned, and I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Taurus ascendants. For Taurus, Mars becomes the 7th house ruler and the 12th house ruler. It plays a very important role in relationship. It is the ruler of your partnership, marriage, your spouse, harmony, and also the 12th lord of bed comforts, your sleep, your higher self-consciousness. The more you become self-aware, it is making a debilitated transit in your 3rd house. Mars is the significator of the 3rd house. So from that standpoint, it is a good transit because when the significator is there, though it's in a debilitated state, but it's a good, comfortable position for Mars. This will foster growth. This will foster and channelize your energy. But you will have to put in 3 to 4 times more effort in anything that you do. For those who've been trying to hit the gym or starting an exercise routine or regime, this is a perfect time, because anything that you do with your hands is the ultimate remedy for you. You need to put all your energy and attention in doing things using your hands during this time. This Mars is aspecting your 6th house by its 4th special aspect. Your daily routine is being protected. If you have concerns related to certain debts or health related concerns, that is likely to improve. If you have repayment of loans, you will have the capacity to do that because this is being protected, your daily routine and also your health and well-being. This protection is coming from your 10th house, where Mars has the 8th special aspect on your karma bhava, your actions in the society. So your job is going to be protected during this time. You will have a sense of fulfillment in anything that you do. So work related matters are likely to see some progress over the next few months. during the Mars's direct and also retrograde transit. So this is the time for you to make the most of this opportunity, because your efforts are going to be counted. But you'll have to step out of your comfort zone as far as your efforts are concerned. You have to do something different from a valor point of view. You're likely to build a lot of courage during this time. You could have some karmas related to your co-borns or siblings. So that is something which you have to be mindful of and try to mend those relationships. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Gemini Ascendants. For Gemini Ascendants, Mars is a potent malefic planet. It is your 6th lord and the 11th lord, and is making a transit in the 2nd house of speech. The ruler of enemies, opposition, competition, your daily routines, deaths and diseases, also gains, which we see from 11th house. 11th lord generally is a potent malefic because at a natural sense it becomes the lord of obstacles or badak. This Mars is making a transit in your 2nd house, the house of speech, your family, your wealth, income. And it's a very important house as far as some of these matters are concerned, and how we sustain and survive in this world, how we feed ourselves. So one thing from a karmic standpoint is that you have to step out of your comfort zone as far as your eating habits is concerned. You're likely to go through transformation over the next few months, wherein you will put your diet in place. So this could be a change. Maybe you turn into a vegetarian or vegan during this time, or you could have some dietary considerations. This could be a potentially favorable time for you. Make sure that you keep yourself hydrated all the while. You drink plenty of water. Though Mars is making a transit in the watery sign, but there is fire element which is there in your 2nd house. Take care of your speech, and if you have some fiery energies, aggressiveness, then you have to channelize it accordingly. That is something which you have to be mindful of. Your 5th house has the 4th special aspect of Mars. Okay, this is what is being protected during this time. Your future, your children, your creativity, your intelligence is what we see from the 5th house, your progress. So it's quite an important transit for you because your future is being protected. You could do a lot of future planning during this time, and this protection is coming from your 9th house, where Mars has the 8th special aspect. Your dharma is going to bring that protection. Your fortune is going to bring that protection. Your father or a guru could also play an important role in protecting these significations. So it's time for you to step out of your comfort zone, have a secondary source of income, or do something different as far as wealth creating opportunities are concerned. Leverage the fiery energies of your speech and spend a lot of time with your family. And that is what you need to do during this time to make the most of it. And I wish you the very best. Now it's time for Cancer Ascendants. For Cancer Ascendants, Mars is a Yoga Karaka planet because it rules 2 important houses. Your 5th lord of future, children, your success, intelligence, creativity, and also your 10th lord of your actions in the society, your profession, things that you do to survive and sustain in this world, your job, your business, or the work line. And this Mars for you is making a transit in your 1st house, in the ascendant itself. So please welcome Mangal, which is your Yoga Karaka planet, in your ascendant. This kind of transit only happens once in about an year and a half. At a natural sense, it is giving you a Nichabhanga. For example, if you're a moon Cancer, then it is at a natural sense giving you a Nichabhanga. At the ascendant as well, it is not a bad transit for you because Mars is forming a yoga during this time. It is your 10th lord coming into the ascendant, 5th lord coming into the ascendant. It is giving you a Simhasana yoga, which is going to last for the next 6 months. The key message for you is, at a physical transformation level, you have to step out of your comfort zone and do something for your own body, for your own vitality, for your own immunity during this time. This is the key message for you. Step out of your comfort zone to do things for your own good, for your own personal transformation. Personality development is the key, self-grooming is the key, and try to stay energized and charged up all through the day. You would need some extra efforts there. Workplace could be progressive over the next few months. Over the next 5 to 6 months, you could have some new opportunities as far as work is concerned. You could expect a promotion, an increment, or an incentive during this time. This Mars is aspecting your 4th house by its 4th special aspect. Your comfort space is being protected, your home is being protected. Your mother and those places where you feel comfortable are being protected during this time. This protection is coming from your 8th house, from your transformation, from your willingness to change. So if you change, if you're change ready, you will be in a comfortable situation. But if you do not embrace that change, it could be extremely challenging for you. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Leo Ascendants. What's happening with Leo Ascendants as far as Mars is debilitated transit in the sign of Cancer is concerned? For Leos, Mars is a Yoga Karaka, a most favorable planet because it's your fourth lord and your ninth lord, the ruler of your comfort space, your homeland, and also your bhagya, your fortune, long journeys, higher learning or higher education. This Mars is making a transit in your 12th house in a debilitated state. So at a natural level, based on the principles of Brihat Prasha Hora Shastra, this Mars is creating a Nicha Bhanga Yoga during this time because it's debilitated in your 12th house. So from that point, you need to welcome this Mars and at the same time ensure that it gives you the power to become more self-aware during this time, to increase the level of your consciousness. See, the message for you is you need to step out of your comfort zone for all the 12th house matters. You need to fix your sleep. You need to focus on your personal well-being. Spiritually, it is an excellent time because you could put all your energies and attention in spiritual practices, in yoga, in sadhana, in meditation. This Mars will be aspecting your third house by its fourth special aspect. So your efforts are being protected. Your efforts will be counted during this time. So any efforts that you make over the next few months, you will see long-lasting results. Growth is inevitable. Change is coming. This Mars is also aspecting your seventh house by its eighth special aspect. So this protection is coming from your partner, from your spouse, or from your business partnership, or any agreements that you make. So your spouse is going to play a very important role in protection of your efforts and your change. Be change ready during this time. Uplift yourself spiritually. See, this is your fourth lord and your ninth lord making a transit in the 12th house. For those people who have been looking forward to settling outside of their homeland, taking a permanent residency, or traveling to another country, long distance journeys, this is a favorable time because the transit is supportive. Over the next few months, you can make that change in case your dasha and dasha is supportive. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Virgo Ascendants. For Virgo Ascendants, Mars becomes the third lord and the eighth lord, potent malefic, and this Mars is making a transit in the 11th house, the ruler of your valor, courage, your efforts, change, and also the 8th house of transformation, mysticism, occult, secret places, hidden places, longevity. Your overall transformation is making a transit in the 11th house of gains, your widest social network, your space of recognitions, all the material comforts and material success in life. Mars is a natural malefic and a functional malefic for you. Making a transit in the 11th house is considered good for Virgo Ascendants, but this Mars is in a debilitated state. So you have to step out of your comfort zone as far as gains are concerned, as far as your income is concerned. So this could be a considerably challenging time when it comes to increase in your income and making your presence felt. And this is the key message for you. Make your presence felt in front of other people. Go out in the open. Do not stay in your shell. You need to be present physically as well as mentally. You need to show that in your words, in your communication, and in whatever you do as far as your workplace is concerned. So make yourself visible. Focus a lot on personal branding during this time. This is the key message as far as Mars's transit in the 11th house is concerned. Opportunities for gains could be there over the next few months, considering if you work on your personal branding. This Mars will be aspecting your second house by its fourth special aspect. So your family is being protected. What you consume, what you eat, that is being protected during this time. Your speech has certain amount of protection, and this protection is coming from your sixth house of daily routines, your deaths and diseases, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your competition. So if you're involved in competitive activities, you will have a gain of income. So if you're prepared and ready for any sort of competition, for any sort of opposition, you could have a gain in your wealth, in your income during this time. If you have been looking forward to taking a loan to either, let's say, buy a real estate or a vehicle or some investment opportunities, this could be a potentially favorable time considering your dasha and dasha, if that is supportive during this time. And for that, I wish you the very best. Let us now talk about Libra Ascendants. For Libra Ascendants, Mars plays a very important role in all relationship and family matters because it's your second lord and the seventh lord. There's always a key message for Libra Ascendants because if Mars has a prominent connection to 7th house, 12th house, and any of these houses, then it is said that they should be reliant on their partner to manage their wealth and taking care of all their expenses and of course doing the accounting and budgeting as far as home matters are concerned. So Mars rules family, your speech, what you consume, what you eat, also your spouse, relationship, people who are opposite to you. This is the Jaya Bhava. This is where we see peace and also war, harmony and also conflict at the same time, those people who are opposite to you. This Mars is making a transit in your 10th house in the sign of Cancer. Mars gains directional strength or is Digbali in the 10th house. So there are blessings of the Devata during this time. So that is something which is quite good for you and a prominent transit. Now all this while, if Mars is debilitated, still it's in a comfortable position as far as directional strength is concerned, because this is where you will have the support. So expect workplace progress, expect workplace change over the next few weeks or few months. For Libra moon signs, it could be also an opportunity to fix their workplace environment and what they need to change as far as workplace is concerned. This could be a perfect time to declutter your office space or your workspace and ensure that it is clean. Make your presence felt at your workplace in case you've been looking forward to making a change, new opportunities. The efforts that you put, you will see the result. You could have a rise in your income and your overall status during this time. This is how it is going to favor you. Mars is aspecting your ascendant by its 4th special aspect. So you are being protected during this time. In spite of having enmity, in spite of having opposition, there is some protection on you. And this protection is coming from your 5th house of children, your creativity, your progress, and your future. So that is really protecting you. So if you start planning for your future, if you start petting down your goals and actions that you were to take, you will feel and be in a comfortable position. You will have an increase in your self-confidence and your self-esteem all the while, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Scorpio Ascendants. For Scorpio Ascendants, Mars is an important planet because it's your Lagna Lord, the Lord of the Ascendant, yourself, your overall body, your vitality, your immunity. And Mars also becomes your 6th Lord. 6th Lord of daily routines, deaths and diseases, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your competition, your enemies, your opposition. This Mars is making a transit in your 9th house of Dharma, Bhagya, fortune, long journeys, spiritual learning, and also higher learning, higher education. And Mars, being your Lagna Lord, making a transit in the 9th house is a yoga in transit. So fortune is going to favor you. Your 3 and 9 axis is pretty active. I would recommend you to take a long distance journey, which is for your spiritual growth, which is for your spiritual practice. So visit a shrine or any such places of your interest. If not, then go out there and connect with the nature during this time. This could be quite a prominent transit for you. You need to protect your bhagya, you need to protect your dharma, and pick up a course that could give you opportunities for higher learning. Or if you want to enroll yourself in any higher education course over the next few months, this could be a potentially favorable time for you. This Mars is aspecting your 12th house by its 4th special aspect. So your losses are being protected. You would avert certain decisions which could lead to losses or increase in expenditure. So that is protected, which is good. Your sleep is being protected during this time. You will have greater focus on your sleep, on your self-awareness. You will be more self-aware over the next few months. And this protection is coming from your 4th house of mother, your comfort space, your homeland. So mother is going to play a very important role in your overall protection, or probably guide you in making some decisions that could help you save some money, build your financial acumen during this time. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Sagittarius Ascendants. For Sagittarius Ascendants, Mars is an important planet because it's your 5th Lord, the Lord of future, your progress, your children, and your overall success in life. Your future, that is seen from the 5th house, and 5th house plays a very important role in any ascendant. Mars also is your 12th Lord of your losses, expenditure, your higher self-consciousness, the house of unlimited potential. This Mars is making a transit in your 8th house of longevity, sudden ups and downs, sudden changes, secret places, secret things, dark waters, places across the seas. This Mars is creating a Viparita yoga and also a Nicha Bhanga yoga in transit. So it's debilitated in the 8th house, causes Nicha Bhanga. It's your 12th Lord in the 8th house, which creates a Viparita yoga. So it's a good transit for you. So as far as these aspects are concerned, in spite of Mars being debilitated. So any change that comes to you, it's going to be a good change. So expect change related to your future, expect change related to workplace. You could get a bigger assignment, you could get a bigger project, you could get a big pay rise during this time. And that's something which you could expect in a very unexpected manner. You could also earn from unaccounted source of income or wealth. You could have secondary sources of income. You could have opportunities for inheritance. If there's some decision or a paperwork is pending, that could go in your favor during this time. This Mars is aspecting your 11th house by its 4th special aspect, so your gains are being protected. You could have opportunities to earn an incentive or an increase in your income that is quite inevitable during this time. And Mars is having a special aspect on your 3rd house. So this protection is coming from your efforts. So any efforts that you put, you're going to earn wealth, you're going to earn income, and this could be a lot depending on your dasha antardasha. This is quite an optimum time and an opportunity transit for you over the next few months. Situation could go adverse for your overall good because your transformation is going to be quite strong and long lasting during this time. It is going to make you very strong both mentally as well as physically, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Capricorn Ascendants. For Capricorn Ascendants, Mars is the 4th Lord and the 11th Lord, the Lord of your comfort, happiness, home, mother, your safe space, and also the 11th Lord of gains, your wider social network, your ability to influence others, and your purpose and fulfillment in life. This is the house of fulfillment. Mars is a neutral planet for you. It has one Kendra Lordship and also the 11th Lord. So, at a natural sense, it rules obstacles for you. This Mars is making a transit in your 7th house in a debilitated state. So, firstly, Mars is debilitated and it is Maran Karaka in the 7th house. So, it's a double whammy situation for you. One key message for all the Capricorn Ascendants is that they're going to have a relationship karma over the next few months. So you need to step out of the comfort zone and ensure that your relationship, your partnership, your business is being protected during this time. This is going to be the focus of the hour. You'll have to step out of your comfort zone, maybe do things differently, change yourself. Even if that change is uncomfortable, you need to embrace that change. You need to change your habits. You need to be very much communicative. You need to ensure that you put all your energy and attention in your relationship all the while. This Mars is aspecting your 10th house by its 4th special aspect. So Mars is protecting your workplace, your job. You will have a sense of security and stability that you will feel over the next few weeks. And this protection is coming from your 2nd house because this is where Mars has a special 8th aspect. So your wealth is protecting your workplace. Your family is going to play a very important role in protecting your workplace. If you change your eating habits, if you make some changes in your dietary habits or your routine, what you consume, what you eat, you could expect work related progress during this time. And this kind of remedy, what particular food item you need to eat, that will depend on your dasha antardasha and some planetary placements in your chart, particularly the placement of Saturn. And overall, I see this as challenging when it comes to relationship matters. There's a heavy karma, so ensure that you put all your attention and energy there. Work related matters are likely to progress, and for that I wish you the very best. Now let's talk about Aquarius Ascendants. For Aquarius Ascendants, Mars becomes the 3rd Lord and the 10th Lord. Third Lord, a lot of change, your efforts, valor, courage, your co-borns or younger siblings, and also the 10th Lord of your actions in the society, your work. This is the karma bhava. We see job, what you do in life to survive and sustain in this world from the 10th house. This Mars is making a transit in the 6th house of your daily routines, deaths and diseases, things that you do on a day-to-day basis, your competition, your enemies. See, Mars is more of a neutral planet for Aquarius Ascendants. Mars is debilitated during this transit. It is in the 6th house, so based on the principles, it is attaining Neecha Bhanga during this time, which is cancellation of debility. Though Mars is not coming out of debilitation, but of course, there's cancellation that is there. The karma for you is you need to step out of your comfort zone in anything that you do on a day-to-day basis. You have to stay on your toes for the next few months. This is the key message for you. Take charge of the action, do not wait, take things in your hand. It is a wake-up call for you. This Mars is aspecting your 9th house by its 4th special aspect. Your dharma is being protected. Your fortune is being protected during this time. Your father is being protected. Any journeys that you take during this time is going to bring a sense of reflection and rejuvenation in your life, is going to make you walk towards a very progressive path. And Mars is aspecting your first house by its eighth special aspect. That means you are going to take charge of your dharma. You are the one who is protecting your own dharma, taking your fortune in your own hand, being responsible for your own actions, and taking into account all these aspects. Okay, Mars is going to bring opportunities for growth. Considering if you step into the situation, if you step away from the situation, you will not grow, you will not prosper. You have to be absolutely active all through the day. So for that, if you need to exercise, walk, eat right, have a very active routine for the next few months, you're going to see a breakthrough transformation as far as your life is concerned. And for that, I wish you the very best. Now let us talk about Pisces Ascendants. For Pisces Ascendants, Mars becomes the second house ruler and the ninth house ruler. It plays a very important role in wealth related matters. It's the second lord of your wealth, your family, your speech, what you consume, what you eat, your storage space, your kutumba, and also your ninth lord of bhagya, fortune, higher education, higher learning, spiritual knowledge, long distance journey, your guru or your father, your lineage. This is your dharma bhava. This Mars is making a transit in your fifth house, but in a debilitated state. Ninth lord, second lord making a transit in the fifth house is a natural dhan yoga in transit. But for this, you will have to step out of your comfort zone as far as your future is concerned. The next few months are quite crucial for you, are quite critical for you, because this is giving you a message that you need to be more creative in your work. You need to think differently. So if you've been trying to apply for a job or work on new opportunities, now is the time when you have to do things differently. You have to use the power of your intelligence. Try to learn and enroll yourself in a course that could help you stay up to date with the current trends and also the emerging trends. Talk about the future. Have a very futuristic approach in your conversations with people. So if you're in an interview, look forward and be very futuristic, or appear to be someone who's very well aware about now and also the future. This Mars is making, yes, a fourth special aspect to your eighth house. So your transformation is being protected during this time. Any sudden changes, you will still be protected during this time. If there is any sudden event or suddenness in your life, you will be protected. From a longevity point of view, it is protecting your health and well-being. If you have some health issues, this is likely to improve over the next few months. Now, this Mars is also aspecting your 12th house by its 8th special aspect. This protection is coming from your self-awareness. The more aware you become about yourself and your surroundings, and particularly about your future and of course emerging trends, the better will be your transformation journey. The more successful and enriching will be your future transformation journey during this time, and you will feel that this transit is eventually progressive for you. It is going to bring in challenges. It is going to bring in, a sense of stepping out of your comfort zone. If you were to succeed, if you were to progress, you need to do things differently during this time. This is where you need to channelize your attention and energy. There could be some karma related to your children and your family during this time. So make sure that you spend enough time and quality time with your children, with your family during this time. Love interest could be on a higher side as well during this transit, and for that I wish you the very best. So friends, this was about Mars's debilitated transit in the sign of Cancer. I hope and believe that this transit brings a sense of reflection and helps us step out of a comfort zone for good. Put all our energy and attention in doing things that make us feel happy, that make us feel content, and not stay in our comfort zone. Step out there, take charge of the situation, take things in your own hand. Thank you very much. God bless you all.